Well, hello, welcome everybody to today's webinar. I'm James, I'm the CEO of Arca Solutions, the company behind eDirectory. With us today, we have Emerson, who runs our marketing department, and Daniel Talon, who runs operations, and Fernando, who runs our product team. Today, we're really excited to talk about the mobile app, native mobile apps for iPhone and Android. I just saw something on here that said somebody has no sound. Is it working okay for you guys? Can you hear okay, Emerson? It might be a
Yes,
local
it's
problem.
okay on my end.
Okay. I think it must be something on somebody's end there. First, a little logistics. If anybody has any questions during the webinar, just pop them right into the chat window and we will stop periodically to answer any questions, as well as at the end of the webinar, we'll answer anything on this topic or any others. So great, I guess we'll get started. Thanks for coming today. So today we're going to talk about mobile apps, but first I want to give a very brief overview of eDirectory, the platform. eDirectory is a software platform that allows you to create online guides, directory style sites. These are used for things like local search sites, vendor directories, niche B2B directories, etc. A lot of different uses. You can see more at eDirectory.com and reach out for a demo there. Today, we're going to talk about one of the features of the platform, which is the native mobile apps. So eDirectory comes with a web platform where you have a website, which also works on mobile phones. It's a responsive website. But in addition to that, we also have native mobile apps that you can build and submit to the app stores, to the Android Google Play Store, as well as the Apple App Store. So people can download on their iPhones or on their Android device, depending on what they're using. And native apps are really great for a couple reasons. One of the big reasons actually is because you get your logo for your brand right on people's home screen of their phone, and that's probably the best billboard you can possibly have out there. Is getting the logo for your brand out there on people's phones. So that's a great feature. There's a number of other things. It does some things different with the GPS and location search type stuff, which is great. As well as you can send push notifications through to drive engagement and that sort of thing. So in general, the way it works is you have the database between the mobile app and the website is the same database. It's a shared database, and the mobile app is another view on that data. And then the way the apps actually work is there is a builder to build the apps in the site manager, in the admin section of the website. There's a builder there. You can just go in. We'll show you in a few minutes how this works, but there's a builder there. You build the native app and then you submit it to the App Store account. You get your own App Store account for yourself and your business. You go to Apple as well as the Google Play Store. You sign up. There is a small fee, I think, that they charge to have an account, as well as they verify your business and that type of thing. But the account's your own, the app's submitted in there. And then it's ready to go, and then you promote your app. And even on the website, you can there's a banner you can put up that says download the app, and it'll drive you to that. So it's pretty straightforward to do. The Apple Store submission is a little bit more complicated, just because there's some keys that you need to get to build it and that type of thing. As well as both stores require you to take screenshots and write a description and do all that sort of thing. So we have an app store submission service that we offer as well, if you're interested and you want us to just take care of it. Otherwise, you can build it yourself through the site manager and submit it yourself. So that's a quick overview. Does anybody have any comments there? If not, I'll turn it over to Fernando for the live show and tell here. Okay, great. Fernando, welcome.
Thanks, James. Hi, everyone. Thank you for joining us today. Let me share my screen here before I can start. Can everyone see okay my screen? I'm sharing the site manager right now. Okay,
yeah, that's great.
Okay, so I will start with a quick overview on the app builder. As James mentioned, we have this built-in feature on the site manager, our admin section, that allows to customize, not only to build the app for the first time, but also customize a lot of stuff. So here is the main section on our admin. We called like the mobile apps or app builder. The first step would be to upload some basic information that's going to be using in a second step of this builder process to compile and build the app. Stuff like upload your own icon, define the name of your app. The same thing for the load screen, which be the image that the user see when they first open the app and the app is connected to your website. These two are good ways to promote your brand, as James mentioned, upload your logo and a nice image. And also picking up the color scheme of your app. It comes with a basic suggestion, similar to our default theme, but you guys can choose whatever colors that better fits to your brand. Customize the way you want. These colors will be reflected on the main style of the mobile app as well. This is the basic steps to start building your app. After that, on this fourth step here, you guys will be redirected to the second step of the service. Is called App Builder, where we're going to upload a bit more details about some certifications, certificates, technicalities on both stores. But the process is pretty straightforward. There's nothing too much complicated there. Besides this first step here on building your app, you also have the other customization options, like the section to customize the about page of the mobile app, or where we can type some information about the business, submit a specific logo for that page as well. The other information like address, contact phone, etc. This comes directly for the basic information of the website. It's shared. We don't need to type again here because we already have this information on the site manager that's going to show on the web version. We also have the custom page functionality that allow us to create additional pages for the mobile app. I'll show later where this page is going to be placed. Here's a nice way to create additional content. For example, a page explaining how to advertise your business on the platform, or some specific privacy policy. It's a place where we can create any kind of content with some text, images, video as well.
Or marketing content can go here as well. A lot of people use it for that type of thing as well, which is important.
Yeah. It's pretty simple. Have some basic options here, like to upload the image, type tests, videos, bullet lists. So it's a nice and easy way to add additional pages to the mobile app, the same way you have on the web version as well. And finally, we have this new section. It's called home screen, where it's possible to configure all the basic widgets on the home screen of the mobile app that are going to show more information next. Pretty much all the content on the home screen, like the labels, order of each block, which we call widgets, can be fully customized according to the needs of each directory that we're building. So let me jump to the mobile app.
Fernando, we had a quick question that came in here that I think is relevant to the to that screen, which is once the apps are submitted, what changes require a new build? So just to be clear, if somebody updates a listing in the database or some other content through the site manager, you don't need to rebuild the app. That's updated live. Like somebody changes their listing, adds a new listing, all that stuff is reflected there immediately. But what about those widgets on the home screen and stuff? Do they need to rebuild and submit for those to go live? No. It's
pretty much the icon and the loading image. Those are the only ones that needs a new build. Other than that, everything that we change, like the colors, the about page, the custom page, home screen, everything reflects that right away.
And so building your app, you don't rebuild your app very often. Often it's like when we release a new version or something like that, or you do some other upgrade that you need to do it. But typically, so any content changes go live immediately in the app without an upgrade. The app doesn't store your whole database, obviously, in the mobile device. So they do need an internet connection when using it, just to be clear on that. We have a lot of people that have millions and millions of listings. So obviously there needs to be an internet connection connected to the database.
Exactly.
Okay, great.
So let's show a little bit about the app itself. So here is the home screen of our app. This is our high fidelity prototype, but what you guys are seeing here, you can see the directly on your phone. We have a demo version of the app available on the stores. So it's going to be the exactly the same thing. I use the prototype because it's smoother to show on this kind of presentation. But the app is available on the demo store, so you can take a look yourselves. So as I mentioned, this is our home screen. That's fully customized through this section here on the site manager. For example, we start with the slider, this element here. That is optional if you, for whatever reason, there's no need to use this kind of information. We can simply remove the slides images, and this element won't be shown here. Of course, the search field will keep showing, but we don't need to use, it's not mandatory to keep using the slider. The slider followed by the tabs that organize the content. There's a lot of different modules and type of content on eDirectory, like deals, listings, events, classifieds, etc. These are organized here on the home screen on each tab. These tabs can be fully customized as well. We can change the order of the tabs, change the labels, hide the ones we don't like to promote somehow. So it's pretty flexible on this matter. After that, we have this new feature that we released along the latest release called, here we called like news of the week, but the widget itself is called stories. It's similar to what you have in Instagram and other platforms. It's a way to promote and highlight some content, which can be listings itself, like promoting some specific banners or an additional information about the service. It's a nice place to monetize and promote in a different way from the web version, like selling a specific space that's exclusive for the mobile app. Again, the stories are available for edition here on the home screen, where you can create unlimited groups of stories, and each group adds up to 5 stories, which can be linked to the modules specifically, like listings, events, or simply a custom image, like on this example here. It's one group with just an image promoting the website. And on this example here, I have a group called Next Events, linked to some events that it's upcoming, and it seems to highlight somehow. It's pretty simple to use it and organize the content here. And after that, we have the widgets that promote the listings and the rest of the content of the website, which can also be customized along these blocks here. We can hide the widgets that we don't like to use, and also customize how the widget is going to work itself. For example, not only change the label, but actually choosing the criteria of what kind of content to be shown there. For example, here, on my featured listings, I'm defining that's going to show listings from the diamond level, ordered alphabetically, and as a second criteria, like a tire breaker, the most viewed ones. So this is a way to guarantee that only our responsive that's paying more to have more space on the app is going to be shown highlighted on the home page. This can be done for all modules, like listings, events. Pretty similar. We can also change the order of each block, and everything is going to reflect here on the home screen. We also have a slot for banners on the home screen, this example here, which is also a widget. The only difference is there's no option to add to this widget. So we only can hide if it's not necessary. The banner itself is going to be pulled from the banners section. If there's any banner available of that type here on the admin, it's going to be placed here. Which reminds me from another 2 specific features that's pretty interesting on the mobile app that help us to monetize and sell specific spaces on the app, which is the ability to create banners that is like is exclusive for the mobile app. So on this section here is where our site managers, site owners can configure and manage their banners. All of them are available for the website, but if I want, I can create a banner that's going to be exclusive for the mobile app. This can simply be done choosing a checkbox here. Let me create an example here. Yes, I think that's a good example. So this is a banner called large mobile banner. It's a standard size, similar to Google Ads. And to make it exclusive for the mobile app, I simply choose it on the banner details section. I choose this option here, mobile app. This way, this banner is going to be shown only on the mobile app, not the website. So this is a nice way to promote some specific stuff only for the mobile app users. The same thing can be done for the deals modules as well, which is a feature attached to listings, like listing owners can create deals and promote these deals on their listing pages. It's also possible to create deals that's going to be shown exclusively for the mobile app on the same thing, simply checking the option here on the deal form. This way, this deal won't be available on the website, only on the mobile app as well. These two features is like a way to engage users to not only install the app and use a little bit, but actually keep using the app because they know they'll have exclusive content that's going to be available only on the app. So this is a nice way to engage users to keep coming back to the app and avoid them to leave it after some time, etc. Any questions so far? James, Emerson, all good?
Yeah, we had a couple questions come in. Support like video, right, Fernando? But
No,
you can have
only
multiple images that slide, and then the sliding images, the images of that size, I don't think they're all that substantial to cause any type
exactly. It doesn't cause any problems, like on performance and taking it slow to load the app.
Yeah, great. Next question, do you have video or written training for the app? I don't know what we have specifically, but we certainly have a support section. We should have some stuff on the app in the store, in our support.eDirectory.com. And if you're missing anything, feel free to reach out to our support team anytime. They're available on live chat at eDirectory.com. And if there's any videos or anything that you're having trouble with, we can either reach out and give you a live demo or record something for you. How do you set notifications? I think Fernando is going to enter that in just a second here, so I'll skip that one. And then we have one more question about how do the stories work? Do the stories expire after a specific time, or do I have to delete it? I'll let Fernando answer that one.
Okay. So the stories, they don't expire automatically. They are fully managed by the site owner. So let's say if I configure the stories the way it looks right now, after some time, let's say I don't want to highlight blog posts anymore. So I need to remove that section. Of course, let's say I'm promoting some events, like on this example here, like the upcoming events. And with time, those events already happened or expired, etc. In this case, they won't be shown anymore on the stories, of course, because that content is not available anymore, not on the app, but on the website, because it's a past due event. But the group itself is going to be here, stay here until we remove manually the content. But all the content attached to this story, like listings, deals, etc. Let's say if I remove a listing or that list is suspended, something like that, it won't be available on the story. It's going to be automatic. There's no need to worry about that. The only scenario where we need to update manually is like when I upload a custom image here, for example. If I want to remove after some time, I need to take it down direct on the site manager here.
Okay, great. And I hope that answered that okay. We had a question come in. Will we have a video available this training webinar here? Yes, usually within 24 hours, we post a video on eDirectory.com on the blog. So we will have a recording of this. And then we had a next question, but let me let Fernando go ahead here, and then we'll come back and pick up the next one about the plugins and stuff. Okay,
sounds good. As James mentioned on the beginning of the webinar, everything we have on the web version of the site is available on the mobile app as well.
With the exception of the admin sections, right, Fernando?
Yeah, exactly. We call it like the front end. Everything the visitors, our users sees, the main functionalities are available on the mobile app as well. So as you can see here, we have all the modules like deals, events, classifieds, etc. The ability to search. Let me show this search results interface. We have the auto suggestions. Here's an example. The map view. So pretty much all the main features, the ability to browse through an online guide is available on the app. And then I'd like to focus a little bit more on the listing detail page, which includes the template editor functionality as well. That's a big feature on eDirectory that allows us to create additional fields and information to our listings and customize them according to their needs. For example, if I'm working with a restaurant guide, I can create like specific information about the type of food, cuisine, chef, etc. So this can be done with the template editor and the what we call the additional widgets or additional fields. So here's an example of the detail page. This one is an example of a custom field where I can, as example, real estate listings. I can create these fields to add more information about number of bedrooms, bathrooms, etc. It's going to be shown like this on the mobile app. Here's another example. This widget called checklist. It's a way to allow our listing owners to check information that's available on that business, like type of services, or payment options on a restaurant or a business, for example. The related listings, it's a nice feature as well. This is a way to promote related content directly on the listing page, and the site manager can define here some options to help monetize the site as well. So let me see if I can show you guys an example here on the demo. Here's the interface where I can manage the listing levels and what's available in each kind of level of the software. So let's say if I'm working with a restaurant template and I'd like to promote related listing more other restaurants, but only for listings that's from a lower level, like bronze listings, going to show specific listings here as a suggestion. So I can do this by checking on the restaurants template. I'm going to use the real estate as well. I can define the fields or the widgets that's going to be shown only on that specific level. So this is a way to monetize and engage the sponsors to like opt for the higher levels. In this way, we guarantee it's going to be shown only that very list information, not any other related list or suggestion for that users. So it's fully customizable here as well. We also have a widget called Products and Service. That's a nice way to create a catalog of products and services offered by business. It's pretty easy to use. We can create a gallery of the image of the project, type the pricing, some additional information, and add a link so the users can buy or get more information about that product or service as well. Yeah, I guess that's pretty much it on the listing detail page. Let me show a quick look on the other sections as well. Here's an example of the deal page where the users can redeem that deal. The events. Classifieds. The blog section. And finding the articles. The last section I'd like to share with you guys is related to the question about the notifications. The notifications are available on the mobile app using a tool provided by Google called Firebase. It's a free tool that Google offers. Actually, there's a lot of service offered by Firebase, and one of them is the notifications. It's part of the process of building the app, create an account on Firebase, create some certificates and define some information. And after this is done, we're able to manage this notification directly through Firebase console. The interface is pretty straightforward. We can type the title of the notification, the details, upload an image if you want, and also segment that notification if you want. It's possible to choose, I only want to send for our Android users or iPhone or both. Or let's send this notification for people that installed the app and didn't open it anymore after 2 days. Firebase does this automatic, so it's pretty easy and helpful to help engaging the users.
And just to be clear, Fernando, even though this tool is developed by, it's sort of an open source thing by Google, or a free service from Google, it works with iPhone and Android, both of them. So basically, you can put in the notification once and fire them off to all your users.
Exactly. It's possible to schedule notifications as well, create like as drafts, recurring notifications. It's a powerful tool.
It's probably the most widely used service to send notifications through apps, I would say, out there.
So this is the interface where the notifications will be stored for the users. Every notification we send is going to be a trigger as a notification on the mobile app. The user will see the notification coming on their phone, and it's going to be stored on this section as a history, so the user can keep track of the notifications, read more details, delete if they want. It's not necessary to have an account on the app, like visitors that just install the app will be able to receive these notifications and keep them stored on this section as well. So it's not necessary to create an account, keep logged or anything like that. So this is a nice way to engage the users to keep using the app. This section here is called Saved, is where we save the bookmarks when we are browsing through the listings and decide to bookmark some of them to keep it as a shortcut. And this is the menu of we call More section, where we have some additional pages. Here's an example where the custom page that I mentioned before, where they show here, I have 2 examples of pages that was created through the section. They show here on the More section. I think the link is incorrect on the prototype, but the page is going to link to the content that we create on the site manager. The icons are fully customized as well on the custom pages. We can change that. So here is interface of a logged users, or where they can keep track of the deals they redeemed, their reviews, and also the recently viewed listing as well. It's like a shortcut. Every time I'm browsing through the app and I'm logged as a user and I'm opening some listings and events, etc., we start that on the app, and the user can check that easily on the recently viewed page as well. And when the user is not logged, they will be able to, here, the prototype is wrong here. It's not my deals. The recently viewed section is available here as well from non-logged users. I think that's pretty much it. I'd like to highlight on the app.
Let's I'm going to jump around in the questions here, just because we have one question sort of related to the notification. So let's pick that one up now, and then I'll go back through some of the other ones. This is a question from Charlene. My website business is for the entertainment industry. We have 2 types of clients: people who work in front of the camera and those who work behind the camera. Will I be able to set up 2 types of notification groups? Example, notification for actors or notification for directors, producers. Is there a way to do that in Firebase to segment groups of people depending on some criteria?
Yes, it's possible to create this segmentation, but I think this would require, is a very specific need to require some additional work to identify this kind of users. Because when we install the app, basically sends like an ID of the phone to Firebase that identifies that user. So we need an additional work to identify that this ID belongs to the actors model group, for example. It's possible, but needs some tweaks to accomplish that.
So would they? But if they're able to tell the ID for a specific account and they're logged in, they could manually go in and add them to some list in Firebase.
Yes,
would that be possible?
It's possible, like to send a notification direct for a specific person or a whole group.
Yeah, so basically, Charlene, you can do it sort of manually, but you may need some, to customize something just to have the two, set up two lists in there in Firebase to make it a little bit easier for that. Why does it say messages when it's notifications? Question here on notifications as well. I think that's just some terminology, right? Where is it?
Maybe we're talking about the
label, yeah, right
the
there. I
label
think
here.
that's it.
I think it's a problem on the prototype. Let me check on the demo app. If I'm not wrong, it's calling box there as well.
We'll check on that and
Yeah, I'll
let
check
you
on
know here in
that.
a second. Let me jump back to some other items. Okay, I
James,
think
there's a question about the buy button, just to elaborate a little bit more on how it works.
oh yeah, so the buy button in eDirectory generally, it's sort of a generic call to action button where you can put in some text around the button and then link it to some external something or other, some external store or source or whatever. So when somebody clicks on that, basically in the listing, you can set it up to the listing owner's shopping cart or whatever it is, their PayPal. And with that, they click on that and then they go to that external place and then they can pay for it. So that's how the buy button works. Most of there isn't sort of any checkout through the mobile app. A lot of that is just because Apple, the stores want a percentage. I think they want 30% of any money flowing through the system. And so what it'll do is pop them out back to a website where they can check out on some external page for the buy button. So we got that one. Is the next one on the plugins? Should we touch on that? Do you have anything? We're working on the plugins, I think, as part of the roadmap. Do you want to touch on that now, Fernando?
Yeah, sure. Actually, talk about the roadmap. The first one, which we already work on, where we already have a few plugins already implemented on both the API, which connects to the mobile app, and the app itself, which is already done. Right now, we're implementing the advanced reviews plugin, and that's pretty soon we'll have this first batch of plugins available to release on the mobile app.
The market selection, I think, was the one they were looking for specifically. Is that one?
Yes, it's on the list as well.
Okay,
the market
great.
selection, additional videos, HTML editor, all the plugins that somehow make sense to be on the mobile app, because some of them are like really specific for the web version. It doesn't make sense on the app, but pretty much all of them will be available on the mobile app soon.
Okay, great. I think that's all of the questions for right now.
Just one comment, James. I think
Sure.
before Tarsha asked regarding what actions trigger notifications. I think she's probably talking about the automatic notifications, maybe not these notifications that we set through the Firebase. Firebase, sorry, yeah.
Yeah, so it's possible to create this kind of automatic notifications as well using Firebase too, but right now we don't have any kind of automatic notification. Everything's done manually by the site owner, create those kind of notifications. We don't have any specific like triggers on the system that send notifications like new listings or updates content. It is in our roadmap, a few stuff like that, but right now all the notifications are manually created by the site owner.
Okay, great. Great. And yeah, and it's probably a good idea to go check out Google Firebase. It's really a powerful tool, and you'll see there's a whole bunch of information about, what it can do and how the notifications work and how to segment them and all sorts of stuff like that. Okay, well, great. Well, thanks, Fernando. Let's see, and I guess the last thing I just wanted to touch on briefly was just sort of promoting the app and getting people to download it on their phone, and some strategies about that. So one of the big challenges with mobile apps is getting people to actually get the app on their phone. And so eDirectory, the website, we have a widget that basically promotes the app that you can enable, and then when they go there on their mobile browser, they'll see a thing that says download this app, and then they go and it'll flip them over to the app view. The other thing often people do is run promotions or other types of sort of marketing tactics to get people to download the app onto their phone. But once you get them to download it, it's great because your brand is right in front of them, and you can send notifications through. So it really works pretty well. If anybody has any more questions, just pop them in here, and we'll take a couple minutes here to answer.
There's a question regarding the app submission.
Oh yeah, sorry about that. We had a couple questions about what does the app submission cost. It's $99 per store. So there's a Google Play Store and an Apple Store. And that includes, we'll work with you to get the screenshots done and the descriptions and that sort of thing, as well as the keys. You do need to have your own accounts on those stores. We don't submit to the eDirectory account. You need to have your own account. And so those stores each charge a fee. I think, what is the fee for the store? It's like $99 a year for your...
For Apple, I think it is
Apple is $99 yearly, and Google Play is one-time payment of $25.
Okay, so Google's pretty accessible. And Apple also requires you to like verify your business or your personal, if it's doing it as a person instead of a business. And so there's a little bit of bureaucracy there for that. You can just check that out if you go to the App Store and sign up for an account to see how that works there. So yeah, how long does it?
Let's mention that we do have an article explaining step by step on how to submit the app, but it may be a little tedious for those that are not super technical. So
yeah, why don't we paste that article in the chat, if Emerson, if you can maybe see if you can find that one, and we'll paste it in here. And yeah, so basically they have all this security around getting software installed on your phone. And so what happened in their stores, and so Apple specifically, they require you to verify your business with Dun & Bradstreet, et cetera. And then they create this account for you, and then you need to generate these keys online and then put them into the system and then build the executable file and then upload that executable file, and then it's downloaded under your name. And then you'll be able to see it in the store, and it has things like reviews and all that information in there with screenshots and all that stuff in there. So it is a little bit tedious to get them submitted. I think the Google one's a little bit easier to do than the Apple one. The Apple's certainly a little bit more tedious than the Google is all typically Apple's like that. So we do have that service if you'd like us to help and take care of that for you.
Vanessa is asking how long usually takes.
Oh, how long does it take to complete the submissions? Yeah. So I think the Google, after you, like, I don't know how much time, if you've done it before, it's pretty quick, right? Like submitting it. It's a lot of the thing is like creating the screenshots, and you need to write up a description that kind of explains things. And Apple has a whole bunch of other things, other guidelines and information you need to give about like what audience this app is for, and et cetera for that. And then once it's submitted, I think the Apple Store today, what does it take? About 4 days or something? Do you know how long it takes? They depend on demand. If they have a lot of demand, it takes a little bit longer. But Apple takes a few days to go live, right?
Yeah,
I think Google usually is faster.
Yeah, Google takes like up to 2 days tops, and Apple it's a bit slower.
Right. And so if you have an event that you're planning and you want to promote the app, it's a good idea to get it submitted much earlier, but you can set a go live date. So they approve it. Once it's approved, you can set a go live date, and then they'll turn it on and make it available in the store after that. What else where can we find the app promoter plugin? It's a newly added plugin. It's not a plugin, it's a widget, right? We have a thing in the page editor, where you go down there and it's one of the widgets in the page editor. I think if you go to all widgets, you'll see it in there, right?
Yeah, I'm not sure.
I believe it's related to the smart banners. It's on general settings.
Okay.
Let me show my screen here. I can show really quick. If that's the case, it's called here on this section, Promote Your Apps. It's the place where you configure what is called smart banners. It's already built in on the site manager. It's pretty simple to use. We just need to type it for the Apple version. The idea of the app, and a few more information on for the Android, like the app ID, define the title of the banner, etc. After we configure that, when a user open the website using the cell phone, this banner will be shown on the top of the page. It's that those banners like promote, we're available on the App Store, download here. That's the purpose of this banner. It's pretty simple to use. You just need the ID of each app.
Each app in the store. And you've seen those before on other websites. If you use your phone and go to some other websites, you'll see them like open this in the app instead of on the website.
I'm laughing here. It seems Vanessa has already some expertise on the app submission.
Yeah, Vanessa added a comment, pay for it if you don't want to lose the will to live. The Apple Store, it really is a lot of work to get. It's just kind of a bunch of technical stuff with keys and codes and lingo that that is a little bit difficult to understand if you don't do this stuff all day. So a lot of people think for 99 bucks, you know, it's worth it. So okay, well, great. Any last questions on this or anything else? Otherwise, I guess I'd just like to thank everybody for coming today. And okay, we have one more come in. What do you recommend if I'm running the old app version in terms of side-by-side migration? I think you just need to upgrade both the site and the app at the same time and do that, and that'll take care of it. As far as running the old, we had an old version of the app. This is a newer version of the app that has some more features for customizing the app. So yeah, if you're running an old version of the website and the app, it's probably a good idea just to upgrade and do it all at once. Had a meeting during this. Will there be a replay? Yes, we're going to post a replay on the blog, and that will be up by tomorrow morning for that. And if no more questions, I guess, thanks everybody. And if anybody has any questions, the blog is on eDirectory.com. Scroll down to the footer. There's a thing that says blog on the footer of the eDirectory.com website. You'll see the page there. And there's some old webinar recordings there as well. So thanks everybody. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out. We have support on eDirectory.com chat, and don't hesitate to reach out to your account manager or any of us. We posted in the email addresses here in the chat, and we have another webinar coming up in a couple of weeks. Do you know what's next, Emerson?
Yeah, we're going to talk about the business model for online directories.
Business model for online directories in a couple of weeks. So come back and join us. And thanks, everybody. Have a great day.
Thanks. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.